Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with Monday Night Raw, streamed live yesterday on Netflix from the Forest National in Brussels, Belgium. John Cena opened the show with an impassioned promo airing his grievances with fans and explaining why he turned on them at Elimination Chamber.
You see, for 25 years, I've been the victim. Okay? I have been the victim of an abusive relationship. No. You have lost your time to talk. Yeah. Okay, fine. Take the floor, and what do you do with it? All you do is be hurtful. All you are is abusive, and all you've ever done is bully me into being your damn puppet and expected me to do it with a smile on my face. No more.
Cena was also confronted by WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, who vowed to retire him early at WrestleMania. In the main event, Braun Breaker retained the Intercontinental title against Finn Balor thanks in part to some botched outside interference from Dominic Mysterio and Carlito. After the match, Judgment Day continued the attack on Breaker until Penta made the save. The show concluded with a standoff between Penta and Breaker. Earlier in the show, after defeating Ludwig Kaiser in a no-holds-barred match, Penta had declared his intention to go after the Intercontinental title. During a WrestleMania contract signing between Women's World Champion Io Sky and Bianca Belair, both women were laid out by Rhea Ripley, who also signed her own name to the contract. The three women later brawled in the backstage area.
On the table is our general manager. This looks odd.
Rhea just single-handedly destroyed the Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania.
In other results, Ivy Nile beat Dakota Kai, the Creed brothers lost to Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, and Jey Uso scored a quick win over Austin Theory. Uso was then jumped by world champion Gunther, but Uso got the better of the exchange. The show marked the first live WWE televised event broadcast from Belgium. In other WWE news, the company announced tournaments to decide its first WWE ID champions will begin in Las Vegas during WrestleMania week. In a social media post on Monday, WWE revealed that independent promotions Game Changer Wrestling and Future Stars of Wrestling will host opening round matches on April 16th and April 18th, respectively. Launched in October 2024 to develop talent while they worked on the indies, WWE is holding the tournaments to crown both a men's and a women's ID champion. In ratings news, last Friday's SmackDown drew an audience of 1.571 million viewers to USA Network, according to Programming Insider. That's down 9.8% from the previous week's audience of 1.741 million. For the third consecutive week, the rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a 0.52. And finally, turning to Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling presented the 8th night of the New Japan Cup yesterday in Fukushima. Shota Umino defeated Shingo Takagi in the last semifinal matchup. Umino now moves on to face David Finlay in the finals on Thursday. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast, and remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.